This has been completely buried, which means right now, in this instant, we are the first people to see this inscription in 1,000 years.
It's a journey into the unknown that would leave famed explorer Josh Gates questioning everything he thought he knew as he ventured deep into uncharted territory in search of a hidden treasure.
So we have decoration up here, but no writing.
The adventurer discovered something in the shadows of the ancient ruins that sent a chill down his spine. A terrifying secret that had been buried for centuries. Join us as we take a deep dive into the heart of darkness, investigating the shocking discovery made by Josh Gates, uncovering the truth concealed for centuries. The exciting journey to the heart of El Mirador. Josh Gates and his companion, Dr. Hansen, set out on an expedition to uncover ancient mysteries, but they found themselves shocked beyond words at the discovery they made in the end. As both explorers started on their expedition into the heart of El Mirador, little did it occur to them that they were about to come across a discovery that would rewrite the narrative of Mayan civilization. Deep within the forgotten ruins of this ancient city, they came across a symbol etched into the stone. It wasn't just any symbol, it was a serpent, its coils winding delicately amidst the remains of a forgotten past. This symbol was no ordinary carving. It represented more than just a creature of the jungle. It served as a window into the mythology and beliefs of the ancient Maya. As one of the earliest depictions of the Snake Kingdom, it held immense significance.
This is the eye of a serpent. It's got its open mouth here. Here it has a fang here and a droplet of venom.
Challenging previous assumptions about the origins of Mayan culture. In Mayan mythology, the snake held a central place, often symbolizing fertility, rebirth, and power. The fact that it was present in El Mirador implied a deep connection to the supernatural realm, a realm ruled by the mysterious Snake Kings, who once held sway over the city. The discovery of the strange symbol raised intense questions about the political and religious landscape of ancient Maya society. Were the Snake Kings respected as divine rulers, wielding authority over both the mortal realm and the world of the gods? Or were they feared as malevolent entities capable of unleashing chaos and destruction upon their subjects? As Josh Gates and his companion wondered about these questions, they realized the implications of their discovery. The serpent symbol challenged existing theories about the development of Mayan mythology, suggesting that its origins were far older and more complex than previously believed. It hinted at a rich tapestry of beliefs and traditions that had been woven into the fabric of Mayan culture since ancient times. Furthermore, the symbol shed light on the lasting legacy of the Snake Kings, whose influence extended far beyond the borders of El Mirador. These rulers, as covered in myth and legend, left a lasting mark on Mayan civilization, shaping its religious practices, political structures, and cultural identity. Right in the middle of the dense forest of El Mirador, the expedition led by Josh Gates and Dr. Hansen reached a critical juncture as they uncovered a hidden chamber beneath the imposing Grand Acropolis. This structure, towering above the surrounding ruins, held the exciting promise of revealing the long-lost tombs of the Snake King's mysterious rulers of ancient Mayan lore at a burial. It was a Herculean task to excavate the chamber, filled with challenges and uncertainty. As the team dived deeper, they found a myriad of obstacles: dense foliage, crumbling stone, and the relentless invasion of nature. Yet unfazed by the daunting odds, They pressed on, driven by the draw of uncovering ancient mysteries concealed beneath the jungle floor. The journey into the depths of the Grand Acropolis was not merely a physical undertaking, but a voyage into uncharted territory. It was a quest to uncover the secrets of a civilization lost to time. With each layer of dirt and debris painstakingly removed, the tension mounted and the anticipation grew. Hours turned into days as the team carried on tirelessly, driven by a shared sense of purpose and determination. Amid the treacherous conditions, the expedition faced numerous setbacks and challenges. Collapsing tunnels, unstable terrain, and the ever-present threat of danger tested their resolve at every turn, yet fueled by their unfazed commitment to discovery, they pressed forward, undeterred by the obstacles that lay in their path. The air crackled with anticipation as they neared the heart of the chamber. There was a clear sense of excitement, mingled with a bit of fear. With each passing moment, the prospect of uncovering ancient tombs became increasingly real, lending renewed hope to their efforts. After days of tireless excavation, their perseverance was finally rewarded. They found a hidden chamber concealed beneath the earth before them. Its secrets were waiting to be laid bare. With bated breath, they stepped into the darkness, their torches casting flickering shadows across the ancient walls. What they discovered within the chamber was nothing short of shocking. A burial site containing the remains of what appeared to be the Snake Kings themselves. The air was thick with the weight of history as they gazed upon the silent guardians of Ulor's past. Their mysterious presence casts a spell of admiration and awe. The excavation site buzzed with activity as archaeologists and researchers worked tirelessly to unearth the mysteries hidden within the chamber. Every scrape of the shovel and every brush of the broom brought them closer to their ultimate goal, a chilling discovery that would rewrite the history books. As the excavation progressed, the excitement reached a fever pitch with each passing moment. The prospect of uncovering ancient treasures and long-lost artifacts became increasingly real. Yet, amidst the excitement, there was an underlying sense of respect, a recognition of the solemn responsibility that came with unearthing the remains of a bygone era. The discovery sent ripples of excitement and disbelief through the expedition team. For centuries, the Snake Kings remained cloaked in mystery and legend. Their existence was reduced to the realm of myth, yet here they were tangible evidence of a bygone era, a testament to the lasting legacy of El Mirador's ancient rulers. As the team found themselves standing in the presence of history, they were filled with a sense of awe and wonder. Their efforts had not been in vain. They had succeeded in unlocking the secrets of the past and shedding light on the mysterious rulers who once held sway over the ancient Mayan world. The Snake Kings ruled the people in the past, but the very people they ruled and their achievements have been buried in time, the lost civilization of El Mirador. Situated deep within the jungles of Guatemala, El Mirador presents a captivating mystery that has fascinated archaeologists and explorers alike for decades. Before many other prominent Mayan cities, such as Tikal and Copan, the city's origins defy conventional understanding of Mayan civilization, believed to have flourished between 600 BC and 100 AD. El Mirador predates its counterparts by over a millennia. This feature alone sets it apart as a unique archaeological site, challenging previous assumptions about the timeline of Mayan development. While other Mayan cities were still in their infancy, El Mirador was already a bustling metropolis, thriving amidst the dense jungle canopy. What truly sets El Mirador apart is its sheer size and complexity, spread over a vast expanse. The civilization includes sprawling urban centers, massive temples, and complex architectural features. The scale of its construction is as inspiring, leaving archaeologists surprised at the level of sophistication achieved by the ancient Maya. The discovery of El Mirador has forced scholars to re-evaluate their understanding of Mayan civilization. Previously, it was believed that Mayan cities started small and gradually grew in size and complexity. Over time, however, El Mirador challenges this notion by presenting a fully developed urban center that predates other cities by centuries. Moreover, the architectural marvels found at El Mirador shed light on the creativity and engineering skills of the ancient Maya. Massive structures, such as the Laman Pyramid, stand as lasting monuments to their craftsmanship and vision. These feats of engineering, constructed using rudimentary tools and techniques, showcase the advanced knowledge and skills possessed by the ancient Maya. The significance of El Mirador extends beyond its physical structures. It offers a glimpse into the societal organization, cultural practices, and religious beliefs of the ancient Maya. Through the study of its architecture, inscriptions, and artifacts, scholars have pieced together a richer understanding of Mayan civilization and its complexities. Yet, despite the wealth of information obtained from El Mirador, many mysteries remain. The exact reasons for its rise and fall, the complexities of its political and social systems, and the cultural significance of its monuments continue to evade researchers. Each discovery at least serves to deepen the mystery, leading to further exploration and inquiry. Discovering the Snake Kings may have been terrifying, but it isn't the only mind-blowing discovery made by Josh Gates and his team, the lost city of Z. In an expedition unknown, host Josh Gates went on a journey to uncover the truth behind the Fawcett's mysterious disappearance and his quest to find this mythical city of Z. Josh Percy Fawcett was a seasoned explorer who set out on his final expedition in 1925 with the ambitious goal of locating the lost city of Z, also known as Ilaro or the City of Gold. Armed with little more than a sense of adventure and a few unreliable maps, Fawcett ventured into the unknown depths of the Amazon, accompanied by his son, Jack, and their companion, Raleigh Rimmel. As the expedition progressed, Fawcett sent back dispatches detailing their progress and the fascinating clues they uncovered. He spoke of ancient ruins, mysterious artifacts, and encounters with native tribes, all of which seemed to point toward the existence of a hidden civilization deep within the jungle. However, as weeks turned into months, Fawcett and his team vanished without a trace.
Fawcett's body was never discovered, but there are many who believe his end was violent.
Despite numerous rescue missions and search efforts, no sign of the explorers or their fate was ever found. The disappearance of Percy Fawcett in the mystery of the lost city of Z became one of the greatest unsolved mysteries of the 20th century. In an episode of Expedition Unknown, Josh Gates retraced Fawcett's footsteps, following the clues and piecing together the puzzle of his final expedition. Guided by Fawcett's writings and accounts from native tribes, Gates ventured into the remote reaches of the Amazon rainforest in search of potential archaeological sites and artifacts linked to the lost city of Z. Along the way, Gates came across challenges and obstacles that echoed those faced by Fawcett and his team decades earlier. Dense jungle, treacherous terrain, and the ever-present dangers of wildlife tested the limits of Gates and his expedition crew as they pushed deeper into the heart of the Amazon. Despite the challenges, Gates uncovered compelling evidence that suggested Fawcett may have been onto something. He discovered ancient ruins, stone structures, and artifacts that hinted at the existence of a lost civilization hidden within the jungle. These exciting finds reignited hope and fueled Gates' determination to uncover the mystery of the lost city of Z. As the expedition progressed, Gates dove into the history and mythology surrounding the lost city of Z, exploring the legends of Alero and the stories of other explorers who had sought its fabled riches. Along the way, he encountered some native tribes who shared their tales and legends, adding depth and insight to the quest for the mysterious city. In the end, while the ultimate fate of Percy Fawcett remains a mystery, Expedition Unknown offers an exciting glimpse into the world of exploration and adventure through Gates's quest to uncover the truth behind the lost city of Zo. Viewers are transported to a realm of mystery and interest where the draw of unknown lures and the legacy of past explorers live on. Aside from the missing Percy Fawcett, Josh Gates has also traced the footsteps of another person who vanished into thin air in an attempt to set a world record. What happened to Amelia Earhart? In another thrilling episode of Expedition Unknown, Josh Gates took on the difficult task of uncovering the mystery surrounding the disappearance of legendary aviator Amelia Earhart. Earhart's vanishing act has long been one of history's most confounding puzzles, captivating the world's attention for decades. Setting the stage for this interesting investigation, Gates dove into the known facts of Earhart's final flight in 1937. Earhart and her navigator, Fred Noonan, went on an ambitious journey to circumnavigate the globe. However, their flight over the Pacific Ocean abruptly ended in tragedy when they vanished without a trace. As Gates set off on his expedition, he sifted through a wealth of theories and speculation surrounding Earhart's disappearance, from crash landings to secret missions and even theories of espionage. The possibilities are as diverse as they are exciting. Gates and his team uncovered a potential breakthrough, a trove of evidence suggesting that Earhart and Noonan may have survived their crash landing and lived as castaways on a remote island. This revelation sent shockwaves through the expedition, reigniting hope and rekindling the flames of curiosity. With newfound determination, Gates dove deeper into the evidence, carefully piecing together the puzzle of Earhart's final days. He followed the trail of clues, from eyewitness accounts to fascinating artifacts, painting a vivid picture of the aviator's struggle for survival in the unforgiving wilderness of the Pacific. As the expedition progressed, Gates confronted the harsh realities of Earhart's ordeal: the scorching sun, the relentless heat, and the constant battle for food and water. Yet amidst the hardship, there are moments of hope and resilience as Earhart and Noonan defy the odds and cling to life against all odds. Drawing upon the expertise of historians, archaeologists, and forensic experts, Gates carefully analyzed the evidence, separating fact from fiction and shedding light on the truth behind Earhart's disappearance. Through careful examination of radio transmissions, navigational charts, and satellite imagery, he pieced together the final moments of the ill-fated flight, uncovering the mystery that has puzzled investigators for decades. In the end, as Gates reflected on his journey, he was left with a deep sense of awe and admiration for Earhart's courage and determination. Her legacy, realized, goes beyond the confines of history's Irving as a beacon of inspiration for generations to come. All the searches and expeditions did not make Gates lose sight of his main goal: the search for lost wealth. Captain Henry's legendary treasure. Josh Gates embarked on a risky trip off the coast of Cornwall, England, in quest to find Captain Henry Avery's elusive pirate treasure. They have previously discovered several coins from this area. However, he encountered more than just tidal problems. Josh and his partner were surprised to discover a seal, which added an unexpected twist to their experience. Seals are noted for their charming looks, but they can also be territorial and violent. Despite the initial standoff with the seal, Josh and his companion were able to safely swim around it when the seals swam away, leaving the door to the next leg of the adventure open for them to pass through. As they went farther into the cave, they found themselves on sandy ground, but there was no time to appreciate it, as they barely had an hour before the tide came in to trap them inside the cave. With very limited time in their hands, Josh and his companion wasted no time putting their handheld metal detectors to use. Soon their efforts were rewarded, as they spotted many golf balls dispersed throughout the cave. The golf balls were most likely accumulated by the cave over time. Fueled by their discoveries, they ventured deeper into the cave, expecting to locate more clues that may lead them to Captain Avery's pirate treasure. As they continued their hunt, they were filled with excitement and suspense, knowing that the next discovery of May permanently transformed their lives. As both men continued their tour of the cave, they discovered a thin hole that appeared to lead to another space. Drawn to the prospect of uncovering additional hidden treasures, they wanted to go through the hole. However, neither of them was flat enough to fit in the limited area. Notwithstanding, they vowed to survey every inch of land available to them before the rising flood regained it. Their careful study of the region was rewarded when they discovered a musket ball. Josh's delight was evident as he held up the treasure, marveling at the variety of goods uncovered. Each discovery heightened the mystery and attraction of their mission, fueling their drive to unearth additional mysteries concealed beneath the cave. They realized their time in the cave was running out as the tide rose higher, so they reluctantly returned to the entrance. The search for treasure led the explorer to a more eye-opening revelation about ancient history, causing him to reevaluate what he thought he knew. The truth about Mount Sinai. 2 days after touring the cave, Josh stood at the foot of a stunning mountain, said to be the real Mount Sinai, where Moses received the 10 Commandments from God. This sacred location also housed the Greek Orthodox monastery of St. Catherine, a historical monument built in Egypt in the mid-500 AD. The monastery holds an extensive collection of religious artifacts and manuscripts. The first one is a 10th century manuscript, one of the most important collections of early Christian writings. As Josh reached the monastery's courtyard, a man called Father Justin of Sinai welcomed him. The monastery is surrounded by a wall that was constructed to defend it from attacks. It is home to a small community of Greek Orthodox monks who live a life as monks. The site was historically significant since it marked the Roman Empire's boundary in ancient times. Its location at the foot of Mount Sinai greatly enhanced its mystique and attractiveness, attracting pilgrims and researchers from all over the world to investigate its rich history and spiritual importance. Father Justin led Josh inside the monastery and led him to a stunning sight, the burning bush growing behind the church near to the chapel of the burning bush. This bush was supposed to be the same bush recorded in the Bible, where God is said to have spoken to Moses. Josh was astounded by the sight, remarking that its sheer existence appeared amazing, acting as a concrete link to ancient biblical accounts. Father Justin told Josh about the monastery's history, including how it had been treasured for ages as a center of spiritual importance and pilgrimage. The old walls of the monastery echoed with the prayers of centuries of monks and visitors who sought refuge and enlightenment in this precious place. The property has a mosque that was constructed to accommodate Muslim pilgrims and tourists to the monastery. This demonstrates the harmonious coexistence of Muslims and Christians in the area. Its architecture, a combination of Byzantine and medieval styles, reflected a long and storied history. Within its walls is a rich wealth of antique documents, icons, and artifacts, each bearing witness to the monastery's long and storied past. Father Justin proceeded to discuss the monastery's rich history with Josh, providing depth and importance to their surroundings. He cited a story from a pilgrim called Aria, who visited the monastery in 383 AD. Aria described a valley with a garden and a chapel near the famed burning bush. She remarked that the bush was still alive at the time, demonstrating its lasting character. This description, dating back to the 4th century, was only one of several stories by pilgrims who had visited the place throughout the years, each contributing to the location's mystery and devotion. As they resumed their chat, Father Justin brought Josh into the monastery's library, which housed rare papers dating back centuries. He carefully chose a few titles for Josh to read, each providing insight into the monastery's rich history and the lives of people who lived and worshipped there. Father Justin initially showed Josh a manuscript from the 10th century that had the books of Genesis, Exodus, and Leviticus, as well as commentary in the margins. He said that at some point in history, someone had transcribed the complete tale of Genesis and Exodus in Greek verses, demonstrating the ancient book's ongoing value. Father Justin then displayed a 16th century manuscript with rich pictures. As they studied the ages, they came to a depiction of a mountain, most likely Mount Sinai or Mount Horeb, with individuals that looked to be Moses in his company. Father Justin stated that this mountain was essential not just in Moses' tale, but also in the later history of the prophet Elijah, who visited Horeb, the mountain of God, 600 years after Moses. Both Moses and Elijah recognized the mountain's value, which increased its prominence in the region's religious traditions. Father Justin went on to explain that when the monks came in the late 3rd and 4th centuries, they were already aware of the mountain's significance as a site where God had uniquely revealed himself. This living tradition was passed down through the years, influencing the beliefs and practices of people who lived and worshipped at the monastery. Josh considered the monastery's remarkable continuity, realizing that it was this sense of continuity that had compelled so many people to revere it. He recognized that many people sought to approach Mount Sinai in search of the same relationship with the divine that Moses experienced years earlier. Inspired by this concept, Josh expressed a desire to attempt the ascent himself and sought Father Justin's help. Father Justin, moved by Josh's passion, reached for a Bible he had purchased during his pilgrimage to Jerusalem in 1978, his first visit. He handed Josh the Bible, adding that as he read the verses, they came alive, and that he hoped Josh would keep the book for the rest of his life. With the Bible in hand, Josh felt a great feeling of appreciation and purpose as he prepared to walk in Moses' most difficult footsteps to the meeting place of God and man. Mount Sinai is also noted for the difficult climb to the peak, which is a popular pilgrimage and trekking destination. The most popular approach to the peak is the Path of Moses, a steep, rocky climb with approximately 3,700 steps. Many people opt to climb at night to get to the peak in time to see the sunrise, which is considered to be incredibly breathtaking. Josh stood at the base of Mount Sinai in the early morning darkness, the cold air stinging his skin. The weather was a cold 28 degrees Fahrenheit, and he knew he had a difficult climb ahead of him with 2,500 vertical feet between him and the peak and nearly a 3-mile walk in full darkness. Josh prepared himself for the difficult trek ahead. As he began his ascent, the wind became harder and more piercing, with each step passing through a tiny pass. Josh could hear the wind roaring across the rocks, a reminder of the severity of his surroundings. Despite the difficult circumstances, Josh knew he wasn't alone in his goal. Hundreds of pilgrims were with him that day, joining the thousands who made the annual pilgrimage to connect with Moses' soul and the God he claimed to have encountered on Sinai. The mountain was alive with the sound of footsteps and prayers, demonstrating the everlasting power of faith and pilgrimage. Along the way, Josh saw small stone structures that functioned as rest spots for the travelers. Inside, shopkeepers made fresh bread to provide food to tired travelers, and warm refreshments were also offered, bringing comfort and warmth in the bitter cold of the desert night. As Josh continued his trek, he felt a sense of wonder and appreciation for the mountain and the trip he was doing. As Josh started hill ride up Mount Sinai, he discovered that the path's walls were full of images and comments left by previous climbers. These unique memories were a monument to the wide diversity of pilgrims who had been drawn to this site over the years, each seeking their spiritual connection and enlightenment. As he approached the base of the 750 stone stairs that ascended to the peak, known as the Steps of Penitence, Josh prepared for the final, most difficult phase of his trip. He took each step with care and humility, knowing that he was following in the footsteps of centuries of Christians who had ascended these same stairs in quest of spiritual fulfillment. As he went higher, the air became thinner and the wind moved about him, but he continued, motivated by a strong sense of purpose. Finally, when Josh approached the peak, he found himself surrounded by people from all around the world, representing every major faith. Christians, Jews, Muslims, Hindus, and others have come to this spot from all over the world, and from every major religion, all seeking spiritual enlightenment. The group's variety served as a strong reminder of the universality of the human experience and the shared need to connect with something larger than oneself. The view from the top was simply mind-blowing. As the journey around the Cornish coast draws to an end, we reflect on the puzzles solved and stories discovered. Josh Gates's search for pirate treasure has been nothing short of incredible, unveiling the rich history and hidden mystery of this magnificent environment. From rocky cliffs to hazardous waters, every step has been a discovery and every moment has been a revelation. Which of the discoveries is your favorite yet? Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel to see more interesting videos. Thank you for watching.